What's up, fellow classers? It's Apollyon here, coming to you and bringing you the latest family scrim between WHF, WHF2, and WHF Rising. In honor of 4th of July holiday, we have Team Bald Eagle versus Team Beaver. So it looks like the bad guys, Team Beaver, came out as the victors. It did come down to the last two attacks. It was very, very close. Just we couldn't pull it off, but it was so much fun, man. We appreciate everybody that put time in to, get this arranged war or the family scrim going. And we had a lot of fun, a lot of great bases, great attacks, and I'm looking forward to showing them to you. I'm only going to show the attacks from Team Bald Eagle against Team Beaver. I'm sure PB will do a more intense recap of both sides. He also streamed the war as well. So why don't we go ahead and get into the war. Alright, so again, family scrim with 4 Town Hall 11s, 7 Town Hall 10s, and 2 of them were 9.5s, and then 19 Town Hall 9s, and a couple of them were 8.5s. So on both sides was so much of a fun war. We had some really good times, and we'll go ahead and take a look. What they did to us is what they did to us is they 4-starred everything, or 4-starred, that would be awesome. They 3-starred everything except for our top 4 bases, which are top Town Hall 11s, and we have a 73%, 52%, 73, and a 72. And as far as what we did to them, we had a 70% on their Town Hall 11, 63 on their 11, 57 and 50, and then we couldn't get that last Town Hall 10 or their top Town Hall 10 done. We had a 50% on that one. So anyway, it was a good war, and let's go ahead and get into some attacks. I'm going to show a good number of different attacks. We have quite a few to show, and we're going to start with number 13. I'm not going to show the dips down from the Town Hall 11s to Town Hall 10s. I don't think any Town Hall 10 starred, 3-starred an actual Town Hall 10. I think we had a couple of Town Hall 10s 3-star at 9.5 without the Infernos. So let's go ahead and check out Town Hall 9 on Town Hall 9. We're going to start with that HGHB, and credits coming in here against the Great Hunt, and he's going to use that HGHB on him with a baby dragon to help with the funneling. Starts minion, starts a archer in the corner for that builder hut, and the healers go down with the giants. Very, very nice funneling on this attack. He's got the baby dragon on the bottom left-hand side, and pretty soon they're going to have nowhere to go but right into this base. So it was just a great example of an HGHB. The giants have already broken through. The bowlers are dropped right after. The healers are doing exactly what they're supposed to. A very nice poison, a runway poison for all those tier 1 units, as well as the baby dragon in there. That baby dragon is going to go down in just about a second. So there we go, and we can continue with the rest of the attack. He's going to trickle in hogs or a hog from time to time just to make sure that the pathing for this giants and everything else goes the way he wants to. They are going straight in the middle. It's just working out perfect. That bowler is doing his own thing, and he's taking care of business, which is pretty cool. Finally ends up dying, but gets that last defense in. The only thing with this one is he's raging up his troops, but these healers are getting none of that benefit as far as the rage benefit to heal. So it's not the biggest deal, but you want to try to get that rage into where your healers get it too. They will jump in right there and get like about a couple seconds full of the benefit. They will heal everybody up to full again, and then they'll get taken out by that air defense. So this base is completely wrecked by now, though. Both of his royals finally just used one ability on the king, but both of his royals had the ability. Queen still has the ability and still has a bunch of hogs. Could technically swag these 2 hogs. He will use them for that pesky whiz tower on the bottom, and there is Troll Tesla all the way down here too. He doesn't really need to use them if he doesn't want to, but you know what? This is you got to make every account count. So every attack count. I don't know what I just said. Every attack count. And you can't lose 2% or something like that. So he's got them going down to the Troll Tesla. Still has his other hog there. I don't think there's any giant bombs associated with it, so it is truly just a Troll Tesla. and he's going to go ahead and take care of this really easily. And there's only a couple of seconds left after that last defense goes down, that last Tesla goes down. So does end up not swagging that heal, but he has an extra heal that he doesn't even use. So really cool attack. We are going to check out another HGHB now, and then we're going to check out one more, I think, all the way down to the bottom. But we're going to see King of the North getting taken out here by an HGHB. But the cool thing about this, and Duke gets a 6 stars on this particular war, but the cool thing about this is he actually starts it out with a Queen Walk. So I love this different. It's a variation of the HGHB. It's the same composition, but instead of dropping those giants down to start doing it, he drops his queen down, and she's going to get a lot of value out of here. She's also going to get the clan castle, which I think is one of the most important things. I find that I lose with HGHB tons of times if I go against the baby dragon or a bunch of loons in a dragon, because those giants just get roasted by them. The healers can't keep up with it, and you know, it's depending where the healers are. So he's dropping those hogs to get the clan castle lure. Doesn't quite get it. There's a nice spring trap there, so he has to drop a couple more. So they finally get done with it. That baby dragon is funneling and tanking. Now they're going to go ahead and trip that clan castle right here, which is a full dragon and 2 loons, which is definitely a lot of damage to giants or valks or whatever. So he drops that final poison down. He used the other one down to take out the king, and these dragons and loons are basically standing in poison the whole entire time. Still has the ability on the queen, so doesn't need to even rage her up. Takes care of that without using the rage or the ability. That's just about as perfect as you can. And now, look at all that funneling. Let's just stop right here. The entire left-hand side is completely funneled except for that bottom gold mine and way up top. So we're using all the baby dragons and some wizards. He was able to do tons of funneling. He can now send his giants in there and the bowlers and the king, and the healers I think are just going to go ahead and switch off the queen as soon as she's healed up, and then they're going to go ahead and move on to the giants in just a second. So we're starting the real HGHB attack right now, and it uses a jump to go ahead and get them into that compartment. Everything's going in there just fine. The clan castle's already been taken out, so they don't have to worry about that at all. Tripping some giant bombs, and now the healers split up on a couple of the bowlers who are going to get taken out by that queen, and then they switch back to the queen and giants again. So that Expo, I think, is going to switch back on the healers in just a second. But everything's going just well. Uses some hogs to go ahead and send up from the 3 o'clock, trips a giant bomb, but starts taking out these defenses, so it reroutes the giants. And everything's just going really, really well. He's got a wizard already doing cleanup on the top left, along with that bowler too. And he's got a lot of trash buildings to clean up here, so he drops the 2 wizards to start that cleanup, and also goblins. So very nicely done there, which is going to make that king and queen start walking up to the top. The healers go ahead and switch on them, and at this point, desolation is imminent, because there's no way these defenses are going to keep up with that. Still has the queen ability, which by itself would be able to take out the rest of this base up top. And then he uses a loon in there that really could have been dropped a long time ago. It's going to get no benefit out of the defenses, but it will go ahead and start helping with the cleanup, because, hey, why not? I'm part of the cleanup too, and that's what's going on here. So we've got the loon and the hogs finishing that last building. Really, really cool attack. Like to see the variation of the HGHB with the queen walk starting it off and getting all that funneling down. That's definitely another way that you can do it. The only problem with that is you don't really have the healers might be stuck on the queen like they were a little bit there in the beginning, and they don't really get on the giants until maybe it's too late, but that's all right. So all right, so let's go ahead and move down to number 18, and we're going to check out. We're going to check out Cookie taking on their number 18 with a queen charge VaHo, crushing the base in under 2.5 minutes, and using baby drags for funneling. So we're going to go ahead and check it out as he crushes Cobra here, and we've got the queen doing a queen walk up top. I'm sorry, queen charge up top. Brings 4 wall breakers. There's a test wall breaker, and it's a good thing because there was a bomb there. a small bomb, and then he can use the other 3 to go ahead and open it up. The queen will start walking down, using that wizard to go ahead and funnel just to make sure that queen walks where he wants her to walk. And baby dragons uses the hog to go ahead and trigger that easy clan castle lure, which is going to go ahead and do the baby dragon as well as a Valk and a couple other, I think a goblin. Nice runway of poison. Rages the queen up there just so he does not have to use the ability. Was a very, very nicely done there. It's going to take out that baby dragon real quick, and then uses baby dragons of his own. Puts them just enough, puts them far apart just enough so that they're both under rage. It's a big deal. You want to take note of that. Baby dragons, I don't know exactly what their radius is as far as their rage radius, but if you put them too close to any other air, including their own baby dragons, they will lose that rage benefit, and they won't be able to do that extra damage, extra attack speed. So make sure you put them far enough apart. And spoiler alert, one of them will live through this battle. I'm going to let you pick which one you think is going to live through the battle. So anyway, queen is almost down to 0. Finally uses that ability up top, and then the healer's going to heal her back up to full. Getting hit by a lot of point defenses, and I don't think she's going to make it. Finally goes down, but the healers will reroute on that Valk and the Valks and the King, and they will get taken out by Teslas and air defense. Tons of Valks going in there. Uses the heal, still has one more heal, and then he's going to use some surgical hogs, take out some of those defenses just to make sure things are going the way he wants to. Gets some easy 1-for-1 trades. That baby dragon takes an air bomb to the face and keeps going. Another heal, that last heal is used for the Giants and the Valks in that middle there, and sends some hogs behind to go ahead and do some cleanup. They are standing in heals as they go through that Giant bomb, and the King finally uses his ability, drops some wizards on the back end to go ahead and start the cleanup there, and they'll go ahead and start on the top left hand side. Tons and tons of hogs for that last defense of the archer tower. It's got wizards cleaning up all over the place. Baby dragon, look at that hero baby dragon. It was not the bottom one, it was actually the top one if you were paying attention, and completely crushes number 18. Very nice attack. Alright, let's jump down to number 1, just down 1 to number 19, and check out Saiyan taking this one out with a VaHo with no queen walk, no queen charge, just cold-blooded. So back to the VaHo world, and not getting away from the HGHB. And we're going to go ahead and check this out. Minion up top, some wizards on the bottom and top doing the funneling work, getting some free trash defenses or trash buildings out of the way in order to get into that core. Drops the cold-blooded golem. Unfortunately, the King's already aggro on the other King, so that golem is going to be able to just tank some of these defenses. The funnel has already been made, drops those Valkyries in there, and then we've got the Queen doing her thing up top, or I'm sorry, behind, taking out some of these buildings. Drops a jump in there, has one more jump and one more heal, and then drops some poisons on that clan castle. Finally, another dragon. You're seeing a pattern here with the baby dragons with a lot of ground units, making sure that dragon, baby dragon in the clan castle is under rage, taking out these things. But drops another, I think, was it a poison? I'm not sure. The King's going to go ahead and do a king-queen swap. We've still got the friendly queen doing work on her side, and then drop some hogs in here from the bottom. And they do trip that giant bomb, but he's going to be very patient on that last heal. He's got hogs coming in from the top left-hand side, and he wants them all to meet up here in those last little bunch of defenses, especially under that wizard tower splash damage. And they're going to go ahead and get in there. And he's dropping some wizards that are going to help with the Valkyries on the cleanup on the bottom. That lab, that solo lab there, is going to get taken out by that wizard, and then top wizard is going to help with the ring cleanup. So we've got all the defenses down, a couple hogs, a bunch of other units, some Valkyries, and the Queen, and this base is completely toast. So very, very nice attack with just bread and butter, cold-blooded VaHo. Alright, let's go ahead and check out another attack. We'll go down to number 21. Alright, so jumping down to number 21, we're going to check out Yo taking this one out by an HGHB, and I wanted to show this because it's an open base. So can you hit open bases, or how do you hit open bases with HGHB? Well, you're going to find out in just a second, because I'm sure you guys will run on either what you want to call they're not dead space base. This is this has got stuff in the middle, but anyway, it lets you be able to hit those type of bases with this attack. So we've got a wizards doing the funneling and taking out high hit point building without getting hit. Drops that runway poison before anything is even triggered. That's being very aware. I love that. Even before they come out of the clan castle, he knows the radius, so if you click there, you will see exactly when that clan castle is going to be tripped, and knows that as soon as those giants meet the wall, the clan castle is going to come out, so he can drop those poisons immediately. And as soon as these the clan castle is triggered, almost all of those units besides the baby dragons are going to die in the poison, making their way to those giants. The only thing that's going to survive is the baby dragons and the Valkyries, but the king and queen are dropped in right behind, so they're going to go ahead and take care of those ground units, and then the baby dragons, the only one left standing, and that is down right now. So just perfectly done. The wizards finally clean up the rest of both of those funnels, so you've got exactly what you want to. You've got them taken out right in that core, or at least that first compartment, and then the boulders go ahead and take out all the buildings around it. So they're just going to go ahead and walk from compartment to compartment. It's just going fantastic. Queen and bowlers are going to go ahead and take out that army camp, and he sends some hogs in there again just to go ahead and help funneling the giants, make sure they don't start knocking on the wall to try to get on the outside of the base and do a walk. Sends the minion up on that far right builder's hut that usually catches people like myself in time, and then he's got everybody still walking into that courtyard there with a double giant bomb. The giants kind of just flinch it right off and keep doing their thing against that archer tower in there. He's dropping a couple more hogs just to go ahead and piggyback off the skill squad. Hogs go flying, but that's just fine. They're going to go ahead and backtrack to that mortar, and now we've got that last compartment of defense left. Tons of hogs, or at least about 5 or 6 of them, and uses that final heal to make sure the giants are healed back up. Those hogs almost get caught in that heal, just a little outside, or else the space would be crushed even that much more, but they were standing outside the heal, so they didn't get the full benefit, but that's just fine because we've got a king, basically almost full health king, and a bunch of bowlers and giants that are coming walking in there, and we've got a queen with full health and her ability left over that would be able to clear the rest of this base as well. Uses the ability in the last second, and very nice attack. We're using that against an open space design. Okay, so let's go ahead and just check out a few more. Love this attack too. Here we go with a mass dragon attack with a DragLoon, but there's only one hound and a couple of loons, 6 loons to be exact. So it's basically a mass dragon. I love this attack, really cool. Uses the wall breakers in there to break open that first bottom compartment, and what he wants to do is get this first air defense. He has 2 Zakes, or what I call Zakes, Zap Quakes, and look at the distance between these ADs, either the far right or the top left, and the one in the middle. You could do either one, and you can drop a quake in between either one, and then zap use 2 zaps to take out both of each of those air defenses. This makes more sense to take out the far top right one and the middle one, just because of where he's going to deploy the dragons. So, but the distance there makes it that much easier. So he's going to be able to take advantage. Instead of having to use 2 quakes, he can use just 1, and you'll see that in a second. King goes in there. There's the quake right in the middle, and then 2 zaps on each one of those air defenses. They both go down. Now we only got 2 more left, and that queen is going to go ahead and take care of this air defense very quickly. Once that is done, really, it's up to these dragons pretty much at this point. I mean, they're going to suck up some of these traps, but these got tons and tons of dragons going in. They only have to worry about that last air defense, and as soon as they get close, he's going to drop the hound in right here. There we go, a max hound out of the clan castle, which is going to soak up some of those traps and tank for that air defense. There we go, and then send some loons in there under haste, and then they're going to go make their way into there. That hound did not get a chance to tank too long, but long enough for these balloons to go ahead and take it out. So now really we're worrying about this Tesla farm here in the middle. The queen is on life support, uses the ability, goes and takes out that first Tesla, is going to go ahead and take out this cannon, and then I think have a little bit more to help out these dragons, and then she's going to go ahead and die. But that Tesla farm is done. We've got an Expo to worry about, And that's something to keep in mind. This Expo is pointed up, so I mean, you don't always have to hit bases with Expos down. You can also go ahead and hit them with that there. And unfortunately, the Queen is going to get taken out because the Dragon hits 2 air mines there. And he's got plenty of dragons. I think he's got 4 level 4 dragons to go ahead and help take out this base. And at this point now, there's only one defense, which is a mortar, which cannot hurt them. And we're just watching it as it goes by. So really, really nice attack. Love the strategy. I mean, just really, really nicely done. So very cool. I thought that was one of my favorites in the attack. And then we're going to go ahead and check out Lady Mystica get taken out here by just a normal VaLo. So we haven't seen that yet. I think we are doing a queen walk here, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to go ahead and use some minions to help funnel, and always bring a minion or 2 extra unless it's a cleanup, so you know where these air bombs are, because a lot of people are putting air bombs on the outer part of the base before this specific reason is to deter any of this kind of funneling, as well as Teslas on the outside. So we've got the Queen doing her thing, doing some of the funneling herself, and I think we're going to drop, there we go, with the healers dropped on top of that Queen. Giant is just going to be sent to die, basically. I don't think he actually did anything there. He's just battling the Tesla, and he's going to lose that battle, but didn't get a chance. I think it was used to funnel those wall breakers in there, but didn't really accomplish that. They made it in there regardless. So anyway, good job, Giant. We appreciate your effort there. And now we've got another runway, or at least a partial runway poison for this Queen. And she's going to go ahead and take out this clan castle. She uses the ability just to make sure she doesn't go down. And this baby dragon is just about done right now. I don't really know why we raged up the Queen, but you know what? Maybe just to push through a little bit quicker. But not necessarily have to use that. Could have saved it on these Valkyries that are being sent up here to go ahead and bust into the base. Uses the clan castle, wall breakers, and Valks to get in here. And has a jump, a rage, and another heal. So he's got plenty of spells to go ahead and take and help his kill squad out. No clan castle to have to battle against. These loons are sent in on the back end. So did I say? I'm sorry if I said VaHo. It's a VaLo. That's why we haven't seen like a VaLo. We usually see VaLo every once in a while, but just a regular VaLo. And we're going to go ahead and check these loons as they do some damage. Still has 2 more loons that he can send. There we go, on that wizard tower. And they're going to go ahead and make it in there. They will be able to take out this wizard tower by themselves and then move on to the cannon, and then they're going to have to battle out with that pesky Tesla. So the Valks and the King are trying to get to that wizard tower. They finally do. It's down, and now we've got 4-on-1 against this Tesla. It is doing everything in its power to go ahead and take it out. Takes 2 balloons down before it goes down itself. We were rooting for those loons the whole way, though, and now the Queen is trying to get into that cleanup action, but is barely getting in there, and she doesn't make the party. The Wizards finally take out that last builder hut. So cool attack. I haven't seen a VaLo in a long time. Alright, a few more, about 3 more to take a look at, and I want to show you some of the lower town halls, either lower 9s or 8.5s getting hit by lower heroes, because I'm sure, you know, I see the comments all the time is, can you do this with lower heroes? I mean, we see 30-30, 25-25 heroes doing this all the time. Can I do this with 10-10s, 15-15s, and so forth? Yes, you can. We're going to go check out number 26 getting hit by Sir Eddie. He's going to bring his 10-10 heroes here. And go ahead and take out this base with HGHB. I'm sorry, not HGHB, just GHB. So I'm assuming this was on purpose, which was pretty cool. I mean, I was waiting for the healers to be dropped, and I'm like, your healers aren't dropping, and then I'm looking and I'm going, well, he doesn't have any healers. So I'm assuming this was by design and he didn't forget his healers. He's just going to go ahead and crush it the old-fashioned way. He's going to use 2 heals and 2 rages. Same composition as HGHB, but he's just going to forego those healers. So he's got the bowlers on the back end, uses the the rage to get those giants and pummeling through those the walls to get to those defenses, as well as rage up the king and maybe the king if the queen if she steps forward. There we go. We've got a nice semi-runway of poison to take out that baby dragon and the rest of the clan castle, and then uses the second rage to push through this base. Only has 1 more heal left over, And he's got a lot of the defense already taken care of. There goes that last Expo. Yep, goes down. So now we've only got some other point defenses and some other defenses left, some splash damages. And then we've got 4 more hogs. Still has not used that heal yet. And he's got a ton of giants that are still tanking for some of these defenses. There we go with that final heal. These hogs making their way in. They're going to go ahead and path into that 3 o'clock compartment, standing in heals, and get a little bit bullied by that Barbarian King, the enemy Barbarian King. But you know, they're going to make it through all the way up till that last defense up top. The only thing that's standing is that Tesla. Queen uses her ability. Is going to go ahead and take out that. Well, she's going to ignore the Barbarian King until now. She finally turns her head and notices that the Barbarian King is walking right past her. Queen AI has been kind of funky lately. I've seen that happen a lot, where queens just ignore the clan castle or the royals until it's the last second. Those hogs finally make it to the Tesla. They get taken care of, and then we're talking about 3 stars. So really cool attack, and just got 2 more to take a look at. Let's jump down to number 28, and we're going to look at E-Ball and get taken out by Super Hot Fire here. And he's going to use a cold-blooded Go VaHo. Cool base. I really like the design. It's a little different than, you know, the cookie cutter stuff that's out there. He uses a baby dragon to start that funneling. And we're just doing old school here with the cold-blooded Valkyries and a bunch of hogs to take out this base. Don't always have to do an HGHB or a normal a VaHo or something like that. You can go a little bit more old school without the queen walks and things like that. Look at his heroes 15-12. So again, you can do this. Not a bad base design to attack. It's definitely a difficult one. And we've got looks like 3 loons and a bunch of ground units. So not the you know, the clan castle you really want to face with a bunch of Valkyries. It makes it a lot more difficult, but he's going to go ahead and send some hogs to push this queen through and also protect her. He's got tons of them to do that. The clan castle finally goes down with that poison, and he's got some hogs coming in a you know, surgical type manner in a counterclockwise way. The king is going to go ahead and bully, drops the poison on that king just to slow him down, both his speed and attacks. Has 2 more heals left over as these hogs push through. Has 10 more hogs. I think these hogs almost might be able to make it by themselves, not after losing a bunch of them to the spring traps, but could have possibly pushed through with that amount of hogs and that extra heal there. But just to be safe, he's going to go ahead and use the rest of those hogs and heal in that one spot where there is a double giant bomb triggered 1 at a time. He's got the queen and the king cleaning up on the top. There's archers doing work on that far right dark elixir drill, and then the hogs will go ahead and clean up on the bottom. Everybody will meet up. They'll all have a picnic, and they'll talk about how they crushed this base. So just pass the ketchup. And yeah, there we go. All right, 1 more and we're finished. Just going to show you my attack. I had a 5.98 star war, 3 stars, and 98% 2-star. But I just go back to the old-fashioned GoHo here. So very cool base design like this one as well. But just doing a shattered GoHo here with a whole bunch of hogs. It's easy enough to take out both of those royals there that are pounding on my golems. But all I need to do is really get in this first compartment. I bring 4 heals because it's all single giant bombs here. So anytime you have single giant bombs, just hit it with a GoHo or a shattered or cold-blooded or stoned GoHo, and you'll crush the base. I mean, if you heal at the right spots, you can have your hogs take care of it. So drop in that poison. I have learned from my mistakes, and you know, as far as when not to drop poisons, that's just about a perfect drop of poisons as well. Runway, catching them all the way from the beginning to the end, and they all go down. So my only goal was to take out those royals in that 6 o'clock compartment. I'm going to let my hogs do the rest, really. So we're going to do a clockwise surgical type deployment. Know where the bombs are because this is a cleanup attack. And just need to drop those heals to go ahead and heal up those hogs. And we'll drop some in from the top here. And I did want those other ones to drop down to that Tesla, but didn't trigger in time, so I ended up bunching up a whole lot of my hogs. It's fine, no big deal. And we'll go ahead and use that second heal against this other giant bomb that's been triggered. And then I still have a whole mess of hogs to send in here. And we're going to go ahead and heal over that third giant bomb spot and the splash damage. And I have 6 more hogs to send in from the bottom, and everybody will meet up where that last giant bomb is. There we go. The heal goes down. They'll go ahead and trip that giant bomb, and they will go ahead and take it out. And now that poor Tesla has to go ahead and take on about 10 or whatever hogs. So we will speed this thing up, and the Tesla loses that battle. I've got the queen cleaning up the top right, and the hogs and the wizards cleaning up the top left. And the base is crushed. So again, love the attack. Go ahead and check out my cleanup attack of my 2-star and the little tweaks that were made of it. And again, thanks to everybody that put this thing together. We appreciate that. We had a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to the next family scrim. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Practice, the compositions. Use those friendly challenges to use the timing. Get used to where to drop the units, what spells to bring. Get those 6-star clan wars, and practice those 3-star attacks.